And we have an update this morning on the American woman we've been telling you about who's been trapped in her apartment by the fighting in Tahrir Square. By telephone, she has been telling us of protesters trying to break into her apartment, even preparing to fend them off with everything from boiling water to her rolling pin. We can tell you that 76-year-old Mary Thornberry was rescued during a lull in the fighting. I spoke to her a short time ago by telephone from the Cairo airport where she spent the night. It's also where she is about to catch a flight out of the country. One of our producers was also there with a camera as we spoke.
What can you tell us about how you got out of your apartment?
I would rather not go into that just in case some repercussions could come upon other parties.
Can you tell me what it looked like outside your apartment when you got out, when you were walking through? What were you seeing?
Oh, there were some debris, like rocks and so forth, and garbage outside my door in my little hall. And, of course, we had to go down the flights of stairs. We couldn't use an elevator. And so I was able to see most of the places on the other floor. There was some glass broken. I do not believe anyone else was in the building. Other tenant was in the building, at least not from my floor down. I got to the foyer, and, of course, there were guys all over the floor sleeping, and there were rocks and garbage, and then, of course, the streets were quite littered all the ways that I came.
How far did you have to walk?
Quite a distance. For me, it wouldn't be for a young, stalwart gentleman, but for me it was. I had to stop a lot along the way. When I got to the departure hall yesterday, I was totally debilitated, totally. We had walked in downtown Cairo quite a bit for me, and I was wearing heavy clothes because I was heading for a cold country.
Have you spoken to your family?
I've spoken to my son and his wife from Washington State. I have not spoken with my daughter yet.
Will you come back to Egypt?
Oh, yes. Egypt is my home. Egypt has been good to me. I love Egypt and the Egyptian people.
You're not.
I don't know what I'll come back to my flat. I'm sure it'll be all vandalized, things all over the floor, broken, rumpled, dirtied. But I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
Mary, did you bring your rolling pin with you?
My son told me to, but I did not have room in my little carry-on. I only brought one little carry-on. That's all I have.
All right. Well, when I see you, I'll bring you a rolling pin, okay?
Thank you. How kind.
There's a picture there of Mary being escorted to the terminal this morning by members of the U.S. Embassy. She has been in contact with them, and they've been expediting her return to the United States. And, Amy, I have to tell you, it's particularly heartwarming for me to see her there. We had spoken to her, I think it was Wednesday night, and had made arrangements for me to come the next morning to visit her and hopefully escort her out, but we simply couldn't get to her. The fighting was so bad. I had to make the call and tell her, Mary, I'm sorry, we would put you and our team at risk, but it's great that it's ended this way. We're happy to see her on her way home.
Yeah, I'm sure that security team was a lot more effective than the rolling pin, so that's good that she had them by her side. Lester, thank you so much.